there anything else I want to say on the fear of rejection? 95% of guys can't approach. They will never get over that fear. They might still find a girlfriend through like their social circle, their work, but they don't have full control over their dating life. It's a lot harder for them to meet a girl that they like because 95% of guys have massive amounts of ego when it comes to getting rejected. This was actually, funny enough, this was probably one of my strongest points starting off. Like if you saw me when I was 19 and I was first started approaching, I was just so painfully awkward. Like I just didn't know how to conversate. I didn't really read social cues well. I was really positive. That was my number one strength, was I was very positive. I'm actually gonna slow down my speech a little because one of the best ways to get unnervous is to actually just take a fucking deep breath and slow down. And the second strongest point that I had when I was starting off approaching was I was delusional about my success. I would walk up to a group and get completely obliterated, and I was still proud of the fact that I walked up to the group and said hi to a bunch of girls. I was just so fucking easy on myself. Like I really was, dude, you have so many obstacles to become successful with women, with business, with everything. The last thing you need to do is fucking be your own bully. Like the last thing you need to do is to talk down on yourself when you get rejected. All right, I'll give you another example. Fear of rejection. If I had a wingman and we went out together and inevitably I got rejected, because it happens, even when you're good at it, even when you're in flow, girls sometimes will just reject you. If after each rejection he looked at me and said, ooh, damn dude, she just rejected you, bro, what'd you say? If he did that, I would immediately cut him off as a friend and as a wingman, because I would be like, bro, I don't need that energy around me. That is what you're doing in your own brain after you get rejected. You walk up and you're like, oof, damn, she rejected me. What did I say? What did I do wrong? Sometimes it's not even you, bro. Sometimes she's just having a bad day. Sometimes you're just having you need to warm up. Sometimes you just need to up the volume by like 150% and just double it, or that's 1.5, or like 200%, just double the amount of volume you're doing, and then it will get way, way easier. So, yeah. Man, I like doing lives because I won't have to edit this. This is fucking awesome. I'm actually pretty nervous. I might not do approaches on this one because, I don't know, I might do approaches now that I've said it. Oh well. Okay, let's get on to question number 2. This is, by the way, guys, this is for everyone who just joined the live. I asked everyone to say, what's the number one thing holding you back to your goals this year? And I got a lot of answers, so I was like, you know what, I want to answer all of these. So, the second one. Lack of belief in myself, procrastination, and simply not taking action. All right, bro. And this was from, I think, Rob. Let me check. Rob. This was my number one. Dude, I grew up with no self-belief. No self-belief. And this manifested in a lot of indecisiveness, not knowing what I wanted to do in life, whenever I pursued something, I would be like, yeah, I'm kind of like trying to do YouTube. I remember I used to say that. Yeah, just dabbling, and people would check me. They'd be like, bro, no, like own that shit. Like you are doing YouTube. Like, yeah, I'm just starting a channel. I make videos on the side. So whenever I hear someone I'm like, so what are you doing in your life? He's like, yeah, I'm kind of doing this and that. I'm like, bro, fuck that. Own it. Like I am doing this. I'm doing YouTube. I'm doing e-commerce.
Send it, bro.
That's right. You gotta send that shit.
Blackrock Olympics will be the greatest horseplay of all time.
That's right. Whatever that is, it's gonna be good. You gotta be like that guy. You gotta be fucking confident. And I grew up with no father figure. I grew up with, if I'm being honest, a lot of people, I'm not gonna say who, but a lot of people in my life saying, you can't do anything, you won't be anything, why do you have no common sense, why can't you do this? And I just never believed that I could do anything. And that didn't change until I surrounded myself with people who literally told me like, bro, you can achieve anything you want to achieve. Like genuinely, if you just put your heart into it, you're fucking smart as hell and you can do it. So honestly, okay, there's a saying that I really like that I'm gonna say to you guys. Confidence breeds success, and success breeds confidence. So in order to become confident, you have to first get success. But before you get that first initial win, before your brain, there's something called the winner effect. Before your brain starts to realize, oh shit, I can do this. And there's another concept called brain plus lane. Before your brain sees a lane where you can succeed, you're not gonna feel naturally confident. So what you have to do is you have to have fucking discipline. You have to go through a period where you absolutely don't feel like doing anything at all. You don't feel like achieving anything. You don't think you can do it. You don't even know if you want to do it. Your brain doesn't even see a lane. The path hasn't illuminated because you haven't taken those first steps. So in that first initial, I would say 3 to 6 month period of starting anything, whether it be approaching women, whether it be starting a business, whether it be a fitness journey, you have to just have the discipline to show up. So I would say the hardest part about specifically, hi, how's it going? Where are we from?
We're from the UK.
UK.
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool.
Yorkshire.
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 Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire pudding, that's right, Yorkshire pudding. So before 3 to 6 month period, you just have to show up. The hardest part, and by the way, I have a program, I'm a shameless plug. The first step to my program that I have, Approach Mastery, is just get out of the house. Half the battle is just showing up and doing the damn thing. So if you can just mindlessly, like without thinking, I kind of did that today, I didn't feel like coming out, just put your shoes on, get out of the house, walk outside, get to the venue, and just start setting the tripod up and just put the camera on and turn on the light and you're like, well, I guess I'm doing it now. You will actually start to gain momentum from taking the action itself. So how can you trick your brain in the very beginning, before you have self-belief, before you have motivation, to stay disciplined and show up no matter what and get started? Well, one thing you could do is visualize what you want your life to look like. And that's actually what I do every single day. You can have one overarching goal, this vision of a beautiful fucking life, and then you just throw yourself in that shit. Because the longer you sit and brainstorm and plan, the more that you will rationalize yourself not to do the thing. So I'm actually starting a new business now. And I spent about 2 days brainstorming and sitting there and thinking, okay, well, it's an Airbnb business. Okay, well, what about the permit? What about the tax here? What about this? What about that? And through experience, I knew that if I sat there brainstorming and analyzing every little fucking step of the way and whether I was capable of doing it or not, I would have talked myself out of it thinking that it's too hard, that I can't figure it out. Listen, this is the number one thing you need to know. Everything is figure outable. I'm gonna say that one more time. Everything is figure outable. It's actually more fun and less hard than you think. So what you do is, there's a saying, you throw your hat over the fence or something. You throw your shit over the fence. You just throw yourself into the situation and then you will naturally figure it out. Kind of like I didn't know how I was gonna do this. I didn't know where I was gonna set up my tripod. I was like, I'm bringing my tripod and light out. I'm just gonna do this shit on the spot. And then as I did, I was like, you know what? If I set it up here, this is actually, oh, what if the security guard stops me? Okay, well, why don't I just give him 100 baht, which is like $3, and say, hey, can I record here for a second? You just figure shit out in the process. You don't want to think too far ahead. You just want to throw your shit over the fence and climb that shit and show up. Now, when I built this YouTube business, I had about 3 months where I wasn't making any money, I wasn't getting any views, and I was just creating the dating course. I had about 3 months where I hated I'm not gonna lie, I hated life for a little bit. And every single day, no matter how depressed I felt, no matter how shitty I felt, I just showed up anyways. And in the process of doing that, I started to put the pieces together of how I was gonna create the business. I had no idea how I was gonna structure it. I had no idea about anything. I just had a simple idea: teach dating. So if you have an idea, simplify that shit and just get started. Don't overcomplicate it. You wanna start a YouTube channel? Get your camera out, make a video. After that, make a better video. Don't overcomplicate, whoa, what niche am I gonna be in? Oh, how should I what kind of camera should I get? No, use your phone, just get started. A little bit, I wanna touch on a period of my life when I started this business where I would wake up for about 3 to 4 months, absolutely, I guess you could say demotivated, and just used sheer willpower and discipline to get out of it. I got to a point where I kind of had to just accept the fact that this is gonna feel shitty for a while. And you know what happened? I actually turned in, hi, how's it going? I actually turned into like a complete animal for 3 to 6 months. Like, dude, I wish you could see my routine like last year in the beginning of the year. I accepted the fact. I just told myself, you know what? Whether I'm rich, whether I stay in this shitty apartment with no money, working a job I don't like, whether I have to move back in with my mom, whether I'm traveling to Bali overseas, approaching women, no matter what, I'm going to work as hard as I can. That's it. That's my only metric for success. And what I learned in the process was the destination or the reward is the process itself. Just fall in love with the process. When you become successful, I absolutely guarantee you, you are gonna have more work, you're gonna have more shit on your plate, you're gonna be more stressed, you're gonna have more things to figure out. When you actually start the process of doing anything, whether it be approaching women, whether it be building a business, you're actually gonna be more fucking stressed than you're gonna have, the work never ends. So you might as well just get used to the flavor. And give yourself at least 3 to 6 months before you say that you've tried on anything. 3 to 6 months of showing up every single day. Another little tip I can give you on self-doubt is have a checklist of the 3 things that you need to do to get you to your goal. For me, it's approach and coach, shoot a video and edit. And every day, just do, even if it's just 10 minutes, even if you just show up for 10 minutes to shoot one video, 10 minutes to edit, and 10 minutes and you do like 5 or 6 approaches, just show up every single day. And what ends up happening is I'll show up to my laptop every day to edit for 10 minutes, and I'll end up editing for 2 hours because I get into a flow state. So just showing up is half the battle. What's your name? Have a good day. You look awesome. I tried, guys. I tried. If this camera wasn't here, I think that would have worked because sometimes people get nervous about the camera. All right, see, I'm starting to get into the flow. Look, whoever was here in the beginning, I was literally stuttering because I was so fucking nervous. I was like, dude, I'm shaking right now. This is crazy. But I should have been, I'm gonna start doing this more often, live videos like this, because this actually gets me out of my comfort zone, and it's hard. Like you can't really see it, but everyone who walks by is like staring. Some people are laughing. It is what it is, man. Okay, next question. All right, procrastination, simply not taking action. I think we just covered that. All right, next one. Being scared of my own success, big goals, making money online, but you self-sabotage. Oof, man, I self-sabotaged for 5 years. I was the kind of person who I couldn't stick to one thing more than a month or two, like super ADHD, like I couldn't, I started YouTube more times than I can count. I started back in like 2017 and I quit. And then I started again in 2018, then I quit. Then I started again in 2021, then I quit. Over and over and over. And I learned a lot from all those past experiences. But, okay, what was the question? See, I got distracted. Sorry, bros. Oh yeah, self-sabotage. But every single time I would get discouraged when I didn't see results right away. And I was relying, and this is the key here, I was relying too much on passion. So I would always think, I don't feel passionate about what I'm doing. Guess what? When I started this business, the approaching thing, I actually wasn't even passionate about it anymore. This was like a past hobby that I decided to bring back to life to see if it would make some money. And now I can confidently tell you that I am more passionate about the game, more passionate about the Riz content and approaching than I ever have been in my entire fucking life, because I figured out that there's actually so many layers to this that I didn't know about. There's so many different techniques that I've never practiced. There's so much to myself that I feel like I haven't uncovered. And now I'm like, holy shit, this is like, I thought I already played this video game, but turns out there's like 100 levels and I only got to like a level fucking 10. Apparently I only got through 10% of the game, and I thought I went through the whole game. So when now I uncovered all these layers and I was like, this is more interesting than I thought. And now I'm ultra passionate about it. But this would have never happened if I didn't take that first step forward. So bro, I'll be honest, how I got rid of self-sabotage is and this is major, I got rid of friends that were self-sabotaging as well. It is genuinely, I think, who you surround yourself with, in my opinion. But then I also self-reflect, and I have had a period of time where I was hanging around someone who was really successful, and I still was self-sabotaging then. So that's a tricky question. I remember I was asking myself the same question. I was trying to figure it out. I was even buying books, like, why do I keep self-sabotaging? Like, I noticed the pattern. I was like 24, 23 years old. I was like, why do I keep fucking up? Why do I keep self-sabotaging and messing up things that I want to start and do? And honestly, I think it goes back to the same mindset I gave you earlier. I was more in it for the fun. Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a secret. At least this is my mindset now, and this keeps me productive. The flavor of life is pain. Now, I know that sounds crazy. The flavor of life is struggle. The flavor of life and success, especially, if you want to be successful, and you have to ask yourself this, how much success do you truly want? Because if you really want to be successful, that means sacrificing happiness. But the secret is, I don't think men are hardwired to be conventionally happy, like giddy and joyful and just, I think, like genuinely, I think men are meant to suffer. And when I say suffer, I don't want you to think of suffering as a bad thing. I want you to think of it as when you hit the gym and it burns and it kind of hurts. I think the only difference between me now and me back then was now I enjoy the feeling of struggle, pain, suffering, anxiety, stress, and all the hard things that it takes to build something hard. And I think in the past, when I was younger, I was so focused on fun. So my first 3 businesses, first one was, I don't want to tell you the first one, it's pretty crazy. I used to sell things, I'm just gonna leave it at that. The second business, and it got big too. The second business I started, hey, what up? I like your hair, cool hair. Hey, wait, I met you guys yesterday. Yesterday, come on over here, come on. I tried, bros. It's because of the cameras, you guys cock blocking me. I was like 80% committed on that. Like 20% of me was like, oh, I'm scared. And I think they could feel that. Anyways, my second business was a music festival videography business. I quit that too because it got hard. Apparently, that's actually one of the hardest things I've ever done. Music festival videography, I thought it would be fun. My third business was bartending. I was like, bartending sounds fun. Turns out, when you do it, it's actually a shit job. It's 18 hours on your fucking feet, just hustling drinks, dealing with drunk people. And then my fourth job, I wanted to do travel vlogging, right? I wanted to travel the world and document my life and get paid to live. I was like, that sounds fun. I did that for a year, fucking sucked. It is so much harder than it looks. You're tired all the fucking time, you're sleeping in hostels, it's shit. And then I came to the conclusion that, wait a minute, dummy, maybe there is no such thing as a genuinely just have fun job. Maybe what you should aim for, and this is what I'm aiming for now, is freedom, money, and living a life where I'm constantly forced to level up and grow. So my job now, technically, and I'm making it this way, is to literally go out and approach women and help other people do it. I literally want to do in-person coaching this year, and I'm doing it in Bali, and I'll be doing it all fucking year. I'll have people fly out. I already have clients, potential clients who are gonna fly out, pay me thousands of dollars for me to help them. So I have to get really good at that, and I have to help them do that. People always walk up to me like, bro, you got the dream job. And I'm like, dude, if you did my job, you would quickly realize that 75 to 80 to 90% of the time, I don't feel like doing it. And I just accept the fact that no matter what, it's gonna suck. Embrace the suck. That's actually a saying the Marines have. So when you show up to whatever the fuck you're about to do, whether it be learning how to get better with women, learning how to build business, or building a physique, just realize that it's gonna fucking suck. And the only difference between a successful person and a fucking loser is the successful person has identified with that suck. He's like, yeah, it's gonna suck. Good, fuck it, I want it to suck. And he puts on some loud fucking music and he's like, let's go with the fucking pain. And he goes through the process of getting better. And then he feels a sense of achievement, fulfillment, and pride in everything he just accomplished. So, whatever you do, it's gonna suck, guys.
Yeah,
it's gonna suck. You just have to be successful anyways.
Oh, it's live.
It's live. We got
Live in
44
what?
people. We're talking about how do you get over the fear of rejection? How do you get over fear of rejection and self-sabotage? This is some deep topics. You're like, dude, I'm just trying to party, man. Chill. That's funny. Hey, bro, you looking fresh today.
Thank
you got
man.
a clean fit.
Thank you, man. Where are you from?
I'm from the U.S. I'm from Greenland, actually. I'm from
Greenland?
Greenland. Yes, Greenland.
Okay, man. Nice, man.
Thank you, my man. Do you want to follow me on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm
Go ahead and
gonna
follow
follow
me,
you.
and then I have to finish this video. I have to continue it.
gonna follow you, bro.
It's Nicoletti, N-I-C-O. Oh, here, I'll just type it in for you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Nicoletti, I got you, brother. Looking fresh today. Ooh. There you go, sir. Okay.
Oh, you're live now.
Yes, sir. I'm live now. All right, bro. I'm
Oh,
gonna
I'm
continue
here.
the video. You're there. Yeah, we made it.
يلا.
Hey.
Listen.
My man, thank you for popping up in my video,
I'm
making it
Dutch.
lit. Oh, okay.
Moroccan.
Cool.
يلا السلام عليكم.
Cool. Come on in.
Yo.
Come on in. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Nico, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What are you doing?
Talking
this
about
is
the
your job?
fear. This is my job. We're talking about how do you get over the fear of rejection. Actually, I have a better question because girls don't get rejected. When a guy walks up to you and you reject him,
Okay.
how does he usually react afterwards? Like he walks up, he's like, hey, I just want to say you're beautiful, and you're like, no. Like, what's the?
Thank you. Maybe I have a boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
Or I don't know.
Okay, I'm just making these questions up on the spot, but it's a good answer. So you just tell him like, I have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
How's your night going? It's pretty good. Partying hard.
Now we're trying.
Okay, cool. Well, this is a great interview. I'll be out
Yeah,
there in a
man,
sec.
great.
Thank you for popping in, and thank
Yeah,
you, my man. You're cool as hell.
No problem.
My man.
يلا. Listen.
Have fun. Go Riz up. Let's get it. All right, so, sorry guys, awkward interview. Didn't really know what I was gonna ask there. So I put her on the spot. That was a bit of a hard question. It wasn't a good question either. Anyways, I hope I answered that. Self-sabotage. I hope that helped. I hope that makes sense. These are just my opinions too, so I might be wrong. I don't know. This is what got me through hard fucking times, months of not feeling like it. Being the guy who never could stick to something ever, and then saying, you know what? I got to a point where I'm just like, I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm 27, I got no money, no business, I failed many times. I don't fucking care anymore. I'm just gonna commit myself to the grind. Like I'm just gonna show up every day. And you know what, and this is actually fucking interesting. The literal best time of my entire life was the worst time of my life simultaneously. I know that's weird and that's deep and I don't even understand it really, but I text my brother all the time. I always text him, I'm like, bro, you know that 3 to 6 months when I was living at your apartment, I hated life, literally no furniture. I was living on an air mattress on the floor, trying to build the business, doing Muay Thai every day, showing up to a full-time job and just grinding was the best time of my life because I had no more distractions. I had nothing left to stop me from working. And I was just like, well, this is it, bro. It's either, and it's gonna sound super fucking deep, it's either I just make this shit happen and be successful and commit myself to work, or I just fucking exit this life because I don't know what else to do with my life. I'm just committed to work. So I'd show up every day. Sometimes I'd be in tears, open up my laptop and just fuck it, we're working. Sometimes I would be crying my eyes out. I was, all right, we'll go to the Muay Thai gym. Show up, poker face, don't give a fuck. Get knocked out, knock someone out. Go home, get back to the grind. And then it fucking worked. 3 months later, it took 3 months, but then it worked. And I was like, well, the lesson here is it's gonna suck, embrace the suck. And now I look back at that time, I'm actually not as hungry as I was then. Now I do have distractions. I'm going to Bali, there's people around, there's all these fun things. And now I'm just like, I don't want to have fun anymore. Fun is the enemy of my goals. So when you're too attached to your, my man. Thank you, bro. When you're too attached to fun and passion and you need your fun to have, like it's like, well, that doesn't sound fun. I want to have a job that's fun. Then you're ultimately going to get burnt out and you're not going to continue. Anyways, all right. Let's continue. Let's keep going. Finish up this vid. Dude, this is taking me forever. I have so many questions that you guys asked. I'm going to kind of rapid fire and speed through it now. So, but I think we answered the main things, which is people are self-sabotaging, people go through self-doubt, people have fear of rejection, people have fear of failure, which I've went through all of that shit. So I know how that shit feels, seriously. And I'll be honest, and I have to be honest here because I just have to be honest. There's a guy who really helped me get through tough times and helped me develop this mindset more. And that was actually Andrew Tate. And just ignore the stuff he says about women, ignore the stuff, the political stuff, ignore all that. Just go to one video in particular. And it's him with a psychotherapist. And it was right after he got out of jail. And he had a very calm, emotionally stable, mature interview where the psychotherapist challenged him on all of his beliefs and his mindset. And it really broke down his mindset in the best way that I've ever seen. And that's the only video that I would recommend watching. That one really is all you need to know about success, what it takes to be successful. And you can't deny his success, whether you like him or not. So, anyways, all right. Another question, being paralyzed by excess options. Yes, sir. High physical and financial comfort. Hold on. Let me read some of these comments. I haven't read any of them. I mean, we got a lot. I'm in Thailand right now. He says, where are you at? Working as in a job, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, guys. I think I'm just going to stick to these questions, but I will always have a community post, and I'll do these often so I can answer all the questions. What's up, my guy? I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen.
Oh, straight from the
Obviously,
UK.
UK, awesome.
Respect,
Oh, careful, careful.
respect.
Hey, please, careful,
Oh,
careful.
look at him. He's so beautiful. Look at him.
Thank you, my man. No, none of that.
Hey, bro.
Have a good night, though.
All right, I'll give you a
Appreciate
good
you,
night.
man.
I'll give you a good night for $50.
$50. All right. We're in Thailand, by the way, so you can, if you understand the joke. That girl was about to grab the tripod. Hey, man, the UK, bro, the Brits, bro, y'all are wildin'. I've been out here. I've met a lot of British people. Y'all know how to have a good time. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna leave it at that. Guys, any questions, message me on Instagram. I don't want to have to go through all of these. I want to keep my flow going and answer the questions. I'll always have a community post where you can ask me anything. So, all right. Let's see. Shit sleep. Okay, shit sleep. Sleep is the top of the pyramid, boys. I know how to function with no sleep. I've done it many, many, many times. But now I realize that, well, yeah, he was definitely a weirdo. Now I realize that sleep is the top of the pyramid. 3 ways to increase your sleep, and I've actually thought about this in depth. Number 1, black your room out. Number 2, don't eat a heavy meal before bed, and no caffeine either. So sometimes you can't sleep because your gut is just processing food and it fucks your sleep up. And then number 3, have a wake up time. So if you force yourself to wake up at a certain time, no matter what, at that point, you'll be tired the next day when you go to bed. So a lot of times your sleeping schedule is fucked up and you just never fix it for literally months. And it's just because you keep on sleeping too late. So just have one day where you feel tired and you wake up really early and then get it done. So I'm not the sleep doctor, so I'm gonna move on to a new topic. Damn, it's getting packed out here. Woo-wee. All right, boys, we out here. We are doing the damn thing. So, all right. Sleep, all right. We're doing it. Okay, this is the one. Being paralyzed by excess options, high physical and financial comfort. That's interesting. High financial comfort. Never had that problem, sir. But, hello. But what I would say is if you're comfortable, you want to make big changes, you have to change in a big way. I think that was like a Creed quote. You want to make big changes? Well, you're going to have to do some changes in a big way. It was a Creed quote. I'm trying to quote it. Creed quote. Whoa. We're having so many people show up.
It's Bungari.
That's right. That's right. Have fun. All right. So many people are showing up now. That's crazy. We're gonna try to focus here, boys. If you want to make big changes, you're gonna have to make changes in a big way. Anyways, a Creed quote. Look up Creed big changes, you'll find it. You're gonna have to do something to shake it up. Whatever is going on, if you're stuck in a rut, a comfort rut, I guess you could call it, where you're just like no motivation, you're gonna have to shake it up. You're gonna have to do something. So what I would recommend is joining a fight gym is a huge thing you could do. You're gonna have to change your environment. So I don't know, man, I've never had financial comfort to the point where it made me lazy. But I will say this, as a man, no matter where you're at in life, the only way you'll ever be happy is when you're working on something. So just realize that we're not hardwired for too much comfort. This is where we actually start to go crazy and we start to fall into hedonism and distraction and all these senseless things that make us feel terrible. So we're not hardwired to be comfortable, we're hardwired to achieve. And my basic model for my own personal life, my basic premise, and something I follow, and I write this down I write down my 10 things, and I could share it in another video. I write down 10 things I follow every day, and one of them is follow your fears. So my compass is directed towards my fears. For example, today I didn't feel like doing this, I was afraid, and as soon as I felt fear to set up the tripod in public, I was like, I needed to start doing this again, because this is something I used to do. I was able to do it before, so I know I can do it again, so I'm like, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna fucking set up the tripod, I'm gonna keep going. So when you feel fear, you use that as a compass, and being brave doesn't mean you're not afraid. Being brave means you're afraid and you do it anyways. Now, manageable fear. I'm able to do this. I know this is out of my comfort zone, but it's not so far out of my comfort zone that I crumble. If I crumbled and failed, then this would be unproductive and this would actually set me back. I do things that I know scare me, but I know I'm capable of. So it's like taking the small baby steps forward, and it's the same thing when you're approaching women and learning how to do that, is you take small steps forward into conquering your fear. So I'll give an example when it comes to approaching women. The top level is showing up, approaching, saying, I think you're absolutely gorgeous in a confident way, getting her number, closing, going on a date. That's the top level. The bottom level is just getting out of the house and maybe saying like good morning or good afternoon to like 5 people. Genuinely, like if you can do that and that makes you feel fear, then just start there. So you just start where you're at, right outside your comfort zone, and you just level it up, and you'd be surprised how big you can get, how strong you can get, how charismatic you can get. It's the same thing with the gym. It's the same premise. So, same thing, man. The same thing. He's like, oh yeah? I was like, yeah, I guess so. All right, guys, next question. Thank you to everyone who's tuned into here, man. Appreciate you guys. 40 minutes in, I was really nervous when I started this, and now I'm not. Funny how that works. Logistical problems, like okay, he's living too far away from his, what are you guys doing? I'm just kidding, I'm being stupid. Living too far away from the venue that he can do cold approach and approach women at. So you're too far away to approach women, and you need to live closer. I live 5 minutes away, and I'll always live 5 minutes away from my approach location because it's my job. If I lived 30 minutes away, I would still go and do the damn thing. But how I would structure that is I would probably make it out there less days, maybe only 3 or 4 days out of the week instead of all 7, and I would make longer sessions out of it. And on the way there, I would listen to podcasts and study and do something productive so I'm not just wasting time. So you just gotta do it. And then the real thing is just live in a location where you're not far away. Like if you want to get big in the gym, but you don't have a gym to go to, well, guess what? You're not gonna get big in the gym, are you? So it's kind of just like a no-brainer answer on that one. Okay, let's go. All right, so almost done. We got one more page of questions and then pretty much done. Let me read some of this. Love the comments. You love the stash? I appreciate it. The stash is here. Here to stay, boys. It's here to stay. Is it really that bad to eat food during the night? Bro, when I eat at night, I sleep good as fuck. You know, Sergov, you know what I actually think that is? I think it's okay to eat late at night as long as your gut has had time to like digest the food. Now, I went through some of the worst gut issues you could possibly imagine last year, to the point where for 2 months out of the year, I was completely fatigued every day. It really fucked up my momentum. It was really bad. I caught food poisoning 3 times. It was terrible. And what I realized, the key to solving this was fasting. When I started fasting, my gut healed itself. And now I have to be very careful, but I fast every day. So I still eat before bed too sometimes, but I just don't eat like meat. I don't eat a really heavy meal because I know it'll fuck me up. So I've been through a lot of gut issues, and that was the main thing, is my sleep was messed up at night. It was terrible. Woo! It was terrible. So yeah. Nicoletti, when did you start traveling a little more often? Like now? Did you start last year, 2020? No, dude, I've been traveling since 2020. I've been traveling on and off, and I'm actually at a point where I'm tired of traveling. I'm tired of traveling. It's been, listen, you keep moving, unpack your suitcase, repack it. You're like, yo, I just want a stability. I want a girlfriend. I want a cat. I'm moving to Bali. It is what it is. See you guys. Told you my life story. You can tell, you know it. There's a girl and her boyfriend. So yeah, man, I'm actually really tired of traveling, and not forever, but when you travel, you need a home base. You need somewhere where you have your community, you have your friends, and you can go back home and you can and have some sense of stability. So I'm actually getting a long-term apartment in Bali that I'll leave all my stuff in, sublease it as I travel. I just told you the whole fucking game, but that's okay. Sri Lankan, what's my take on Sri Lankan and Indian girls? I actually, you know what? I have a video coming out with her soon, but I actually went on, I made a friend. I went on a date with an Indian girl, and we were hanging out for like 2-3 days. She was lovely. She was really beautiful, really cool, really smart, and she's the one who gave me the idea for my next business. So I think they're awesome. I'm in Thailand, brother. I'm in Thailand. All right. Okay, boys, I'm gonna go through the last page of questions. Thank you so much for tuning in. And by the way, I think every week or so, I'm gonna make a post asking you a specific topic of questions, and you can ask me it, and then I'll answer it on a live stream like this. I really like this format. It's a fun way to do it. It gets me out of my comfort zone, out in public, talking with everyone staring and laughing and listening, and it's actually kind of fun. So we'll just keep on going. All right, someone says brain fog. He has brain fog and anxiety. It's 100% your diet. Start fasting, start getting sunlight, drink a lot of water, and eat single ingredient foods. No need to overcomplicate nutrition. There's a lot of fucking advice on there. You can be one of the fucking, what is it, the cutting board steak honey guys? Do that, fuck it. It's single ingredient foods. There's no real secret. I lean more towards meat heavy diet. Yes. Hey, where are you from? Hi.
We are from Dickland.
Nice.
No, yeah, it's
I've
near
heard of that.
Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
My mom born in Disneyland, so my pass was Dickland.
Dickland.
It's crazy.
Man.
Oh no, Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Yeah,
I thought you
yeah,
said-
yeah.
Oh, okay. Disneyland.
My
Oh,
hope
okay.
is, I don't care.
Hey, man. That's cool. That's
Okay,
cool.
come on.
Awesome. Y'all look great. Y'all look great. Thank you for being in the video. I appreciate it. We got the Chong. All right, bros. See ya. You know, this is the most interesting place to shoot a self-improvement video, and I fucking love it. It's awesome. I can't believe the security's letting me do this. It's so cool. So yeah, single ingredient foods. Get a fucking cutting board, put some steak and honey on it. Be one of those cliche guys. Just eat regular food, and you will feel 10x better. It's boring, it's not fun, but you will feel good. Eat potatoes, bro. Eat steak. It's not hard. Eggs are a superfood. Garlic is a superfood. So you fix your diet, you fix your brain fog, you fix your anxiety. 100%. 100%. Can't stress that enough. Seriously. Stay away from processed food. Even if it's like cheese, like American cheese, but like the unhealthy kind, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Just get some real like healthy cheese. Spend a little bit of extra money, just a little bit of extra money. And don't go out to eat because they put shitty oils. Don't use bad oils. That's fix your diet, fix your brain. Procrastination plus anxiety to approach. We already went over that, but I don't know if we went over procrastination. Have we went over procrastination? Do I procrastinate? I procrastinate from time to time. And that's an interesting, okay, here's my tip for procrastination. This is what I do. Every day I have a checklist. I tell myself, this is how I trick myself into working. I just have to show up for 10 minutes, even if it's approaching. So every day I have a checklist. I have to do 5 things total. One is train, one is approach, one is edit, one is shoot videos, and then there's another one. I think it was like some kind of self-care routine or like meditation or whatever. All I have to do is show up for 10 minutes for each one. 10 minutes only. I can literally go to the gym, 10 minutes, and then I'm done, and I'll check it off. And you get a dopamine hit when you finish one goal. The secret is if you just show up, you'll do more than 10 minutes. You'll show up on 10 minutes, you'll end up doing 30, 40, 50, and then you'll end up getting into a flow state and actually doing something. So just show up. All right, and in the beginning of the day, that's when you have the most willpower, so do shit in the beginning of the day. I think Hamza has a term, eat the frog, like do shit when you have the most willpower. All right. Shy and perfectionist. I don't know how to answer that. Shy, shit, let's say you're deathly shy. I would start to view your shyness not as something you are, but something that society made you. Because I don't think anyone's naturally like socially like antisocial. I don't think anyone was naturally born just like super fucking shy. Like some people are more naturally introverted. I think that's normal. But I would say is don't identify with being shy, but just realize that society programmed you to be shy. You probably had negative parents. You probably had a crazy upbringing. You probably didn't have a role model, put you in sports, put you in theater. You probably were really quiet in class, and you've just been conditioned and programmed for your entire life to be shy. And now it's your job and your responsibility to baby step your way out of being shy and just view it as a muscle and view it as something. Pretend you're like the hard gainer in the gym who has to put on muscle slowly because he never had any muscle growing up and he doesn't have good genetics to be big and muscular. So it's the same concept. And yeah, and then you'll be unshy. And yeah, that's what I would say to that. Damn, I had something else I wanted to say on that, but I can't remember. Maybe it'll come back. Oh well. All right. Impostor syndrome. Someone says he's going through imposter syndrome. That's what's holding him back. Dude, actually, I can answer this very confidently. Bro, talk about imposter syndrome. I started a dating course in Arkansas. I knew I had success. I knew I had it in me. I knew I had the knowledge, and I knew I had the willpower, and I know I had the belief that I could do it. But when I started it, and I'm getting paid, I got paid thousands to do it, I wasn't really 100% sure if I was able to do it. Like, I genuinely was thinking to myself, like, I don't think I'm the best. How did I get over that? I was just authentic as fuck. Like, literally, I started off my videos like, listen, I get rejected too. I'm not even that good. The only difference between me and you is I'm out here doing the damn thing. So I was like, you know what? I don't have to pretend to be the best. I just have to own the fact that I'm on the journey. So when it comes to coaching, I made it a point for the first, I mean, even now, but right when I started, I was like, no matter what, even though I'm not the best, I will remain one step ahead of my audience. So I was like, I don't care how I feel, I have to go out and approach, I have to know what the fuck I'm doing, because when I hop on the coaching call tomorrow and people look up to me to give them answers, I have to be able to relate to them. So what saved me from imposter syndrome was just actively going and doing it as much as I can, and then inevitably I actually started to get good. And I've proven that to myself through people flying out to see me. And trust me, man, I was scared. I was like, dude, what if I have a bad night? What if this guy's flying out, spending money to come approach with me in my community, and he's paying me? What if I don't approach? Like, not what if I don't approach, because I'll never not approach, I'll always at least try, but what if I just completely fumble, right? And I said, you know what? That fear made me work even harder. So I warmed up every day, I would go out every day, and I wanted to keep the momentum for when they came. So, and even when he was here, I still had fear of like not performing. And that's a healthy fear. Just know that you feeling that feeling of feeling like an imposter, like you're not meant to be that person, is so normal, and everyone goes through it. Like, literally, I go through it. Everyone who's ever doing anything. Bro, another great example. I love this example. Oh man, I think about this every day whenever I go out to do something like this. Mike Tyson, before every single fight, he would walk up, hi, how are you? He would walk up. Damn, they were cute, but I think they were entrepreneurs, if you know what I mean. I think they were. Anyways, he would walk. There's this fucking video where it's like, before I get into the ring, I'm scared of losing, I'm scared of failing, I'm scared of him beating me, humiliating me, I'm scared of getting knocked out. And because of that fear, I've trained hard, I've trained every day, I've trained endlessly because of my fear of failing, my fear of not being enough, and fear of not being able to perform. But every step that he takes closer and closer and closer to that ring, his confidence grows, his confidence grows, his confidence grows. And then as soon as he steps into the ring, he's like, I'm a god. And he's just like, all the confidence is right back to him. And I was like, dude, that shit was powerful. So one of the greatest fighters in the world had the imposter syndrome. The only difference between us, whenever we're feeling demotivated, is he let that fuel him to even greater heights. So you won't get rid of that feeling, but you can let it fuel you to become better. All right, I'm gonna finish up because my battery's getting low. I can feel it. I can feel it, bro. Yes, sir. I'm good. How are you? Where are you from, bro?
I'm from Holland. How are you?
Holland. Dutch.
Dutch. Where
I
you
like
from?
the Dutch. I'm from Greenland.
Greenland?
Yes.
Denmark?
No, I'm messing around. I'm from the States.
States?
Yeah,
So you want Greenland?
Yeah, well, you know, Trump's trying to
is
steal
gonna buy it.
He's trying to buy it, that's right.
Are you famous or not?
Well, I got 42 people on here watching, so
That's
because, you know, we got some people viewing.
that's
Hey,
sound.
tell us about yourself, bro. What do you do, bro?
Well,
What's up?
I am from Holland. I
Yes.
study econometrics.
Okay.
So it's not economics, it's econometrics.
Okay, I was gonna
It's
say,
a lot
I've
more
never heard of
math. It's a lot harder. I will do a master in data science next year.
that. And what science?
Data science.
Okay, I thought
So like,
I heard
it's
something
like
else.
AI.
you
It's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Just the.
You know what's interesting about you? You're obviously smart as fuck if you're doing these two fields that
Sure.
require you to be ultra fucking intelligent. But you also seem very like socially calibrated as
Mate.
well. Like I bet you could approach a girl and say, "What's up?" I bet you got some game. I feel
No.
like you got some game.
Because you got 40 followers, I dare to say it. I'm an Ubermensch.
You're an I don't know what that. Hell yeah, let's go, baby.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Nah, you know, once you got the brains, you need to do what you can, you know?
Yeah.
You need to be ambitious.
Yes.
Where
that's
where
right.
you are doesn't matter. You
Hi,
just,
hi, hi.
What you can do.
What's up, glasses?
You know,
What's up,
you need
glasses?
to be ambitious, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm smart. I'm ambitious.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do. I'm doing a difficult study. I'm gonna do a difficult master. I don't know. I don't want to do it for the rest of my life, but you know, for
Hey,
now,
You're
just
working
drinking
hard.
and studying,
Drinking and studying, living the fucking college dream.
whatever I can.
You got this, brother.
Whatever I
You're
can.
smart as hell.
What do you do?
This is what I do right here.
Really?
Yes, sir.
For a living.
For a living, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Among other things, but this is the main one.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, keep crushing it. You're a cool dude.
I see you at the party. What's your name?
Nico. Nico. Yeah, I'm gonna go in there after this too.
James.
James. Nice to meet
Find
you,
me.
brother.
Find me.
All right.
I got that.
Awesome. See you, James. Take care, brother. Hey, why you guys hating on my man James? I think he saw the stutter maxing. Don't hate. Hey, bro, it's hard to talk to a camera when there's so many people around. That shit's hard, bro. You try it yourself. You go out with a camera, set the fucking tripod and light up and see if you don't stutter max, Mr. Vernon. Hate on my boy James. But yeah, drinking and studying is, that's, hey, what up? Yeah, that's right. I like how I said drinking. They were like, hey, drinking and studying. That's interesting. That's interesting. I didn't want to lecture him about that. I'm not his fucking dad. Lack of purpose, and this is the last one. How to achieve your goals when you're feeling a lack of purpose. Now, I've only had, oh shit, I got a cramp. I've only had one period of my life where I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just lost. I was bartending. I did like 300 push-ups today, so I just got like a massive cramp in my chest. And I spent about 6 months in a hole, dude. Like, I think it was the worst mentally I've ever felt. It was after my second breakup. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing with my life. What's up, boys? And yes, sir, that's right. And I just felt, bro, like I was bartending. I wasn't satisfied with life. I had like I had a rotation. Like I was dating girls, but I can tell you right now, I was deeply unfulfilled by everything. And for a period, I was just gaming. Like I would just go out and approach because I didn't know what else to do. And that was at least somewhat productive. Like I was getting good at game, but I knew that wasn't enough. That's just one avenue of life. And everything changed when I met a guy named Vince Battle. I shouldn't say his last name, but one of my best friends. And he's the one who pulled me out of that. And he basically just told me like, bro, you're smart as fuck. You have a lot of potential. You shouldn't be bartending. Like, bro, you could be so much more than a fucking bartender. So I upgraded to a YouTuber. But he was like, dude, like, listen, man, your fucking parents, and he's a real friend. He's like, yo, your parents didn't tell you this, but you are smarter than most people I know. And this guy's making over like 6 figures. And by the way, the way I met him was through the game, through approaching, because and men gain respect for other men when they see you're good at something. So I was able to relate to him through approaching. We would go out, we would approach together, and we became really good friends. And then we would hang out, we would work out, eat steak, and he's like, bro, listen, like I make over 100 grand per year. I'm in the finance field. Obviously I finished college, did 8 years, whatever. And he's like, bro, you're smarter than all the people in my fucking company. Like he just told me like, listen, you're smart as fuck. You just don't know it yet. You can achieve anything you want. And he kind of put this higher standard on me, like, why are you bartending, bro? You shouldn't be bartending. Come on, dude. Don't you want more out of life? And he's the one who got me out of it. And he started to put this vision in my mind of like, you could be actually more than you think you can be. So when you're feeling a lack of purpose, what I would say is just realize that there is a version of you that's achieving much, much, much more. And it doesn't matter what you, listen, and even that was 2-3 years ago, I switched businesses 2 or 3 times before I found one that clicked. But I gave each business 3 to 6 months before I gave up. Like I tried, so I didn't figure it out right away. But in the process of just pursuing something, you will feel 10x more confident. You'll learn so much along the way. So I failed a couple businesses, but I learned so much from failing. And I think that really fed into what I'm doing now and all the things I'm going to do in the future. So now I have this sense of confidence and I have all of these ideas and I have so much purpose and so much things I want to achieve. But I also realize that the reward is just having a direction. Like, I know what it feels like to be literally at home, chain smoking 20, 30 cigarettes in one day because I don't know what the fuck else to do. Like I could work out, but what's the point? Like not knowing why. And I also know what it feels like to have all these ideas and goals and visions and this awesome life planned ahead of me. And I realized I would much rather have the second one. It doesn't even matter if I achieve it or not. It's just the fact that I get to wake up fired up. I get to wake up ready to go, ready to achieve something. I get to wake up with a sense of direction. So the reward is the action itself. The reward is just picking a path and choosing it and just doubling down on it. And that's as good as life gets, in my opinion. That and hanging out with your bros. You'll make it to the top, or you'll get the baddest girl you ever pulled. Like, you'll pull the 10 out of 10, and you'll realize that it's pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie, but you still remain, you're pretty much the same. You still have problems you have to deal with. You still have anxiety. You know, you still have...
Paris is the best city of the world, boy.
Is it? Hey, let's go. Oui.
PSG is the best club in the world.
That's right. I like it. French people are cool, man.
Oh, man.
My man.
Where are you from?
I'm from the States.
Oh,
Yes,
you're
sir.
cool too, man. You're cool.
Thank you, my man.
I was born in the USA.
Oh man, my social battery's at a fucking minimum right now. I've been at it for 55 minutes. I actually do love French people. French people are actually pretty cool. They are so romantic the way they talk. I love when people, they get the sound bites of what I'm saying. They're like, what is he talking about? All right, guys. An hour. Kopun Kop, mister. Thank you. Thank you, mister. He the man. I'm gonna tip him. Thank you, sir. Let me shoot this whole thing. And do you want to be in my video? Thank you, mister. For you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, mister. Kopun Kop. What's your name?
Sak.
Sak? Sak? Nico. Nico, nice to meet you. Yes.
Security. Yeah.
Yes, very good security. I like this. My favorite bar. Alrighty, guys.
Good.
We're ending it on a good note with my man. What's your name? Kop?
Sap.
Sap. And it's been a great time here in Thailand. I'm going to Bali tomorrow. Catch me there if you want to approach with me. I'll see you guys. Peace with some chicken grease. That's right. We're ending it. We're ending the stream. Peace, bros. Message me if you have any questions on Instagram, okay? Peace, guys. Thank you so much for everyone who actually tuned in for a while here. I appreciate you guys. Much love. I hope you gained a lot of value from this. First time doing this. I'm going to do this more often where I have a list of questions ready and I answer all of them on live stream. And I think that's going to be an awesome way for you guys and me to connect and grow. Let's fucking get it. Peace.